Hi guys, this is Mukesh Kumar. Once again I am here to teach you how the questions can be done on pro rata basis. Now the question is, what is mean by pro rata? Pro rata means proportionate allotment. This is possible only when the shares are oversubscribed. You remember how many types of subscription we have seen? We have seen equal subscription, under subscription and oversubscription. In case of oversubscription, pro rata questions can be there, and the company need to issue the shares on allotment basis called pro rata allotment. You, in simple words, you can say it is proportionate allotment. So I made one question for this. Let's see this question and understand more about pro rata basis of shares. This is the question. Ambik Limited issued 1,80,000 shares of 10 rupees each. So face value is 10 rupees at a premium of rupees 3. So 3 rupees is the premium. So total cost is 13 rupees and payable as follows. On application, 3 rupees plus 2 rupees. Here 2 rupees is the premium and 3 rupees is the application. Then in the next this thing, allotment 4 plus 1. That means 1 rupee is premium and 4 rupees is allotment. So total 5. So in application 5 rupees, in allotment 5 rupees, and balance in call. So what will be the balance? You can calculate 5 plus 5, 10. And what is the total cost of our share? 13 rupees. So 3 rupees, this will be the balance amount which is hidden. The public applied for 3,000 shares. 3,000 shares is oversubscribed. What is our issued capital? 1,80,000. So this is oversubscribed. Ambik Limited rejected 30,000 shares. So out of 3 lakh shares, 30,000 shares are rejected immediately. And allotment was made on pro rata basis. So this is the concept which I am going to stress more on pro rata basis. Now the excess money received on application was adjusted in allotment or towards allotment. Mr. Mohan, the holder of 900 shares, did not pay anything after application. That means he has paid application amount but he did not pay allotment and calls. His shares were forfeited. So his shares were cancelled and reissued to Mr. Sham at rupees 8 per share as fully paid up. Past necessary journal entry. So this is the question. Now quickly we can see the journal entry, how this thing is written, and basically the entire question will be based on the previous knowledge, but little more calculations are there in this. So I am going to stretch more on that particular calculation. Let's see the journal entry. First one is bank account debit to share application. So how much we received from public? 3 lakhs shares. 3 lakhs into 5 rupees including premium cost. So 15 lakhs amount. Now out of this, how much rejected? 30,000 shares has been rejected. So that you have to keep it in mind and start writing. Second entry, share application account debit to share capital to security premium reserve, because here security premium reserve, why it is? The premium is given in case of application also. Then for the advance to allotment advance and to bank for rejecting the amount. So anyway you can write, but better way is first how much we are rejecting, that you write. So I will start from here. Bank 30,000 shares into 5 rupees, so 1,50,000 we are rejecting. Now second thing, share capital 1,80,000 is our issued capital, that is our share capital, multiplied by 3 rupees as application money. So 5,40,000 goes here. Then the security premium on application, the security premium price is 2 rupees. So 1,80,000 into 2, so 3,60,000 is this. Then you got 1, 2, 3, 4. Then calls in advance, you can just have a balancing figure over this. So 4,50,000 will be the calls in advance, or for the remaining shares you can take and multiply with rupees 5. So you get this amount. So I repeat, share application 15 lakhs, to share capital 5,40,000, to security premium reserve 3,60,000, to allotment advance 4,50,000, to bank 1,50,000. Then you can write the narration. I have not written the narration. Coming to the next third entry. Share allotment account debit to share capital to security premium. Again, our capital is 1,80,000 shares and the amount given in the question is 4 rupees on allotment. So I multiply 7,20,000. Then security premium 1,80,000 into 1 rupee. So again 1,80,000. The total is 9,40,000. Out of that 9 lakhs, this total share allotment is 9 lakhs. Out of that we already received in advance 4,50,000. So this you can understand next entry with the calculation on pro rata how we are going to do it. I am going to show that. Let's see the calculation of allotment money. Now here amount due on allotment with premium, that is 5 rupees per share, and how many number of shares we have? 1,80,000 shares. So you multiply, you get 9 lakhs. This you have taken in case of allotment also 9 lakhs. Now how much calls in advance already paid? So that is 4,50,000. So the remaining is 4,50,000. If there is no calls in arrears, if somebody is not a defaulter, in that case directly this amount will be taken as bank. But here it is not so. There is a person called Mohan who did not pay money on 900 shares. Okay, so here calls in arrears we have to calculate. Now calls in arrears, 900 into 5 rupees, that is, this is the cost of allotment including premium, 4,500. Now in case of pro rata, what happens? This man is allotted 900 shares. This man is allotted 900 shares. So how many shares he must have applied for? Then only he get 900 shares. That we have to check. So here small working I have made. You can see under working note, proportion of shares, that is 2 lakhs after 30,000 minus from 3 lakhs, 2,70,000 you will have, and 1,80,000 is the issued shares. So this is the proportion. This is the proportion. So this is under pro rata. That means 2,70,000 shares are given under pro rata, 1,80,000 shares. So the ratio comes 3:2. So you can divide by 9 2s are 9 3s are. Then the defaulter Mr. Mohan allotted 900 shares, but how many shares he must have applied? So how to calculate? 900 into 3 by 12 are 2,70,000 divided by 1,80,000. To make the calculation simple, I have taken the ratio. It comes to 1,350 shares. That means Mr. Mohan applied 1,350 shares and he got 900 shares only. So this is what here the excess shares of Mohan, that is 1,350 minus 900, 450. On that he has paid application amount. By chance in this question application and allotment is same 5 rupees. So multiply 450 into 5, 2250. Now this is the 2250 should be minus from 4,500, which is the calls in arrears. So calls in arrears of Mr. Mohan, 900 into 5, 4,500, and minus 2,250, that is this. Then this is the actual calls in arrears of Mr. Mohan. So from the total balance we minus, that is 4,50,000 minus 2,250. So you get 4,47,750. This is the actual amount due for fourth journal entry. So this I will show you here. Now the fourth journal entry is bank account debit to share allotment. So since I am showing the working directly, this amount you can put it. But in case you may see in some other solutions and books, it can be written other way also. So I have put or. Then here write the complete entry with so many information. Bank account debit, calls in advance debit, calls in arrears debit to share allotment. Now you know share allotment is 9 lakhs. Then calls in arrears, in case of pro rata you have to calculate somewhere in rough and then write 2250 here. and calls in advance, you know already in the second entry it is there, that you write. Now 1, 2 and 3, that means from 9 lakhs these two you minus and then you get balancing figure. So either way it should be equal. So here 4 lakhs 47 750, in other way also I am getting 4 lakhs 47 750. So this entry can be written alternate way also. Take this fifth entry, share calls account debit. Here I did not specify first call or final call, but I am just writing share calls. So share calls account debit to share capital 1,80,000 into 3 rupees, which was the leftover amount out of 13 rupees. So you multiply, you get 5,40,000. Now calls in arrears 900 shares amount did not paid by Mr. Mohan. So 2,700 is this. Then the balancing figure goes to bank account, that is 5,37,300. So I repeat, bank account debit 5,37,300, calls in arrears 2,700 and share calls 5,40,000. Now coming to the cancellation entry, that is forfeiture entry. So here the entry is share capital account debit 900 into 10 rupees, the total cost is 10. Then security premium, why I have written security premium here? Because he did not pay allotment money, and on allotment the premium was 1 rupee. So that's why security premium I have written, so 900. Then allotment arrears how much? 2250 as per our calculation, 2250. Then calls in arrears for first and final call 2,700, and this 2 you add, that is 9,900, and minus this 2 you get a balancing figure 4,950. This is what is the balancing figure. So you can write narration, being shares are forfeited for non-payment of allotment and calls. Then the next entry for reissue. Reissue again bank account debit, share forfeiture debit to share capital. Here bank account debit with 900 shares, all shares were reissued and the price of reissue was 8 rupees. So that's why multiply by 8, it is 7,200. And share capital 900 into 10 rupees, so 9,000. The difference amount 1,800 is taken as share forfeiture as balancing figure. Now the last entry, transferring the gain to capital reserve, the entry is share forfeiture account debit to capital reserve. Now 4,950 from where you got? We got it from 4,950. We got it from here. See, this is the balancing figure. That, and here second forfeiture 1,800. So what I am trying to say is there will be two forfeiture. One is credit side, so 4,950. Another at the time of reissue 1,800. Minus this, the difference is taken as gain. So 3,150 or 3,150 is the gain. You can write the narration being the transfer of gain on reissue of shares. So this is what is a full-fledged question which can generally come for 8 marks in board exam. I hope you understood it. Feel free to clarify any doubt. You can write to my box, and then please like my video and subscribe it. Thank you.